Vale.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we're going to be going over how to do presentations on MOXI Presents. This is where you're going to start using this program to do your listing presentations and your buyer tours. You need to be logged in to Leverage in order to get to MOXI Works. Hopefully, you've been able to attend one of the other classes on how to connect to MOXI Works. This training will be recorded, so you can reference it later on. And again, there's also many trainings through Leverage in our university on how to use MOXI Present, but I'm going to give you a quick demo on how to start a presentation on MOXI Present. So you want to be logged into your Leverage. Okay, if you do not have your login to Leverage, please reach out to me after the class and I will help you log into Leverage, because you do have to log into Leverage in order to get to MOXI Works. Once you're in Leverage, you're going to go under Agent Tools, and it's the one all the way in the bottom. And if anybody cannot see my screen, please unmute yourself and let me know. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the raise hand feature or the chat box to ask a question, and just unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay, so we're going to look for MOXI Works. I was already there. Now, once you're in once you click on MOXI Works or any of the tools in Leverage, if you want to have them on your home screen when you log into Leverage, you can click on the little favorite button, and that'll always keep MOXI Works or whatever else you like to use on your home page. Okay, so once you click on that, you're going to look for your login button, which is right here, login to MOXI Works. So this is your dashboard from MOXI Works, and you're going to see this red bar up on the top, and these are your different products from MOXI Works. Today, we're going to be working with Present. So you're going to click on Present. Okay, so this is where you're going to have all of your presentations. I have already created 2 presentations, but we're going to create one from scratch so that you can see the different steps of creating. The first thing we're going to go over is how to create a listing presentation. So from this page, you're going to click on Create New. Here you're going to have the different types of presentations that are already in the system. So we're going to be working with a seller presentation, but as you can see, there's different kinds: property review, buyer tour, buyer, and non-listing. So we're going to go ahead and click on seller. You're going to click on continue at the bottom of the screen. Then here you're going to have the option to select what kind of template you want. The default should be your broker template, which is going to have the FSR logos in. There's also different templates in ERA. So if you were to click on ERA, it's going to give you their templates, but it's not, it's going to have their colors and just the ERA logo. So you want to try to stick to your broker templates. Something we won't be going over, but just so that you know, it's also possible to create your own templates in here. If you're very techy, you can do that. That'll be also a great option for you. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and select this one. And you can also see here how many pages it's going to have. These are all the pages that this presentation is going to come with. All of these pages can be modified and can be removed, and other pages can be added. So if you see something here that you don't want to use, you can remove it once you start your presentation. So now that I've selected this, we're going to go ahead and hit continue. Now here you're going to put prepared for. So you're going to go ahead and put the name of your customer here, whoever is prepared for. I'm just going to put my own name. Oops. Okay. The listing source, Miami, or any other, and then your office. You should have your office. You can select, if you're from a different office, you can select the office that you're in. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and click create. Which one? It probably already has your office assigned, since I have access to all the offices. That's probably why it's asking me to do that. This thing keeps coming up. It's not- All right, so now you're in the area. Oh. Sorry, I'm using Eddie's computer and it seems to have a mind of its own as usual. Okay, so once you're in this area, you're going to then have your subject property. So there's two options here that you can use. If you, let's say, for instance, if you're trying to do a CMA on a property that has never been listed in the MLS, you're just going to go ahead and put in the information about the property here. If you have a property that, let's say, was listed at some point in the MLS, you can go ahead and use the MLS number because it'll help with auto-populating the information. So over here, I have my MLS open. So I'm just going to go and look for, just any property just to have a sample. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to use this one here. Okay. So then you're going to go back here and you're going to put your MLS number here. Okay, and you're going to click copy. And it's going to take all the information from that property that has been listed in the past and it's going to put it here. Okay. So here you can still change the information that you find that it auto-populates. If there's anything different that you want to change, you can scroll down and you can make changes. You can go ahead and change the remarks if you need to, because these remarks that are being pulled from the MLS. So you can go ahead and change whatever you want, delete whatever you want. You can put your own observations of the property, because again, this is for a listing presentation CMA. So more than likely, you're going to want to change these remarks to whatever you want to say about the property, because it's going to be on your presentation. Now, if you don't like the picture that is bringing up from the MLS, you can change this picture. Or if it's a listing, a presentation on a property that's never been listed, and you already have a picture when you drove by the house or something that you got maybe from Google Maps, you can change it here. So you want to go to Browse. And then you want to go ahead and select the picture from your whatever area you have it on your computer. If you have it on your desktop, I have a house here on the desktop, and you're going to go open, and it's going to update it into the system. So here's the picture of my house that I'm doing the presentation on. So once you've gone ahead and you've you've made any changes that you want to make, okay, scroll down. Okay, and you want to go continue. So now that you've got the property in here, it's going to search for properties that are in that area for your CMA. At this point, you can go ahead and change the price range, how many bedrooms and baths you want to use for your comp. So you can go here to bed and baths, and you can change it from 2 to 3 instead, let's say, and then from 1 to 2, whatever you want to do, you can do here. You can also go to filters. And in filters, you can tell it that you only want to see comps on single family homes, let's say. And you can also tell it the square feet, the year built, any information that you want to include. Let's say this property has a pool, you want to select pool. So then you go apply. So this property apparently does not have very many comps. So you can always go and change your filters. Let's take away the pool. And then we get some more comps, okay? So these are your comps for this property. So you're going to get a variety. Obviously, it says green for active, but you'll see here your subject property with a star and the properties that are located around your property. The ones in green are active, red is sold, and then the gray is off the market. You can select them from here. So let's say that you want to go ahead and use this property here. I think this is the same one, so we want to go ahead and select this property. this property, another sold property. And now I'm just doing this randomly. So as I know you guys are realtors, so you know what to look for when you're doing your CMAs, you can go ahead and do that. Now you can also put in, let's say you already have some MLSs that you want to use. You can change this to MLS and enter the MLS numbers of the properties you want to use for your CMA. But the system itself gives you properties in the location that you're trying to do a CMA for. Okay, so I've selected my properties. Once you do that, hopefully you guys are seeing my screen, you can click continue. So then here you're going to see the display order. You can change the display order if you want to, or you can leave it as active. You're just going to put your actives, your solds, everything is going to be kind of mixed, but you can remove from here. If you say you got something that you made a mistake, you didn't want to use that property, you can go ahead and say, well, I'm not going to use this property, so I'm going to remove it from my CMA. You can also add another property here if you needed to, okay? You can add a custom listing, something that may not be listed, let's say in the MLS, or something that you got maybe from the tax roll. These are all the different areas that you can do. So if you want to change the status order, you're going to click here in this little pencil and you're going to say, well, I want to put active pending. Okay, no, I want to put sold, active sold, and then pending. I mean, the typical way obviously is to put active pending, then sold, but you have the option to change the order. If you make any changes, you want to click on save there, okay? You can also change here from price high to low to low to high. And you have another opportunity just to look at what you have. And again, down here, you can click add more listings, and that's where you would be able to add more listings of your choice. Once you're satisfied with the properties that you've selected for the CMA, you're going to click continue. Okay. So here in continue, you're going to go ahead and put whatever. It's going to tell you the price range. Okay. You can create your own price range by going create price range and changing it here or putting a percentage, let's say. Once you do that, you can click apply. Or if you don't make any changes, in this case, I'm going to hit cancel. You can put any remarks here about the price. And the best feature here is it automatically helps you out with your seller's net proceeds. So if you know what you're going to list this house for, so let's say we're going to list it for $505. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so let's say we're going to list it for $505. And let's say you know that this person owes $250,000 on their mortgage. You can put that there. Then you can put here how much you're going to put for your fees. So let's say you're going to put 6%. Okay. And whatever information you may have about the property, you can put it here. Okay. Anything that you know, just like you would do your seller's net on the other form that we have on Form Simplicity, you can do all of that here. And it's going to be automatically in your presentation. Okay. So then you can go back to estimated pricing, and then you're going to go continue. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So here you're going to see a preview of your presentation. It's going to tell you here how many pages you have. So at the present time, we have 12 pages. So you can look at every page here by clicking on it. So you have your cover page. It's going to have like a silhouette of the property in the background and the the property address. It's going to have who it's prepared for on the date, and it's going to have your information on the cover page. You can click on the second image here to see what the next page is. And that's going to have more information about the property. All of these are previews as to what is going to be in the presentation. So this is just the basic stuff that comes within the presentation for the CMA. So once you've done this, here's the net proceeds as your agent profile as well, which is going to have your resume and your information. Now, remember your bio, which is your resume, is information that you have to send to us so that we can add it to the system. Okay, so any of your designations, awards, if you have you should all have a bio. Please send it to us along with any social media links so that we can put it into our system, and that will update this automatically. And the reason that we have to do it is because it updates the whole entire system. If you would try just to update it here, it's not going to update other parts of the MOXI Works program. So this will automatically update. And for instance, I made a change yesterday. I did a presentation, and then I decided this morning I wanted to make a change. The change that I make automatically updates the link that your customer has. So if you realize afterwards that you made a mistake and you want to edit the presentation, you can, and that will automatically update the link that the customer has. So these are the different things that comes with it. Now, you want to go ahead and either leave it the way that it is. You can preview it here. So we can go view, and it'll show you the web view. And this is what your client is going to get when they get the link. They're going to get a professional presentation from you about their home. Now, when it's a link, not a PDF, because obviously in a PDF, it's only for printing purposes, they'll be able to click on the comparables. They'll be able to see where they are. They'll be able to click on it. It'll open the comparable, and it'll show them pictures of the property from the MLS.
Honey?
Yes.
Bibi and Tony has her hand up.
Okay, go ahead.
Honey, question. Okay, on the profile section, do we have to send our image with our bio so you can add it to the website?
No, you don't have to send it. If we don't have your image, then yes, you do need to send it. But whatever is not on your website, you need to send to us. We have to put the images, the bio, and the social media links and awards, and any designations you have. We have to put that all into our main system. So if you find that when you go to your website or you go to your presentation and there's stuff missing, make sure to go ahead and email that to us so that we can put it into the system.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And that also goes for your phone number. If your phone number is not correct or something, let us know. Or if your cell phone is not showing up, let us know, okay? So going back to this, so here's where the customer will be able to look at the different comparables. Okay. Excuse me. So you'll be able to have like a preview of what they're seeing. Okay, it's going to give them side-by-side comparables, the averages, price and days on market, the pricing analysis, net proceeds, and then your resume. So if there's something that you saw there that you did not like, let's say I don't want it to have the price and days on the market. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to remove that page. Okay. And there you go. That'll be gone from the presentation. And that will be gone from the presentation even after you send it to the customer. Unless, again, if it's a PDF, it won't, because a PDF is going to be the way it is. But it is also a link, so it does update the link. But if they print it out, then it's there. Now, the next step you want to do is you want to, make your presentation even nicer by adding pages, right? So you're going to click on Add Pages. And now here you can create your own new page, which I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, we're going to go to Add from Library. So you're going to click Add from Library. Here, you're going to have different, you're going to have these options. Right now, we don't have any broker pages. They're already created by ERA. So when you click on your ERA real estate company ones, you're going to have these different options. So you want to click on ERA Classic if you're doing a classic presentation. If it is a distinct property, then you can click on distinct property. But we're going to go ahead and click on Classic. And when you click on Classic, it's going to give you two different kinds: Classic Listing, Classic Buyer. We're working on a listing, so we're going to click Listing. And you have even more options. You can do this presentation in Spanish, so you can put in Spanish flyers in here if you want to. But I'm going to click on the Classic Listing. And I'm going to look at the ones that are here, and I'm going to add the ones that I want. So let's say I want to add 10 steps to selling a home. Well, I want to look at it before I add it. So you can click on it, and it's going to open it up, and you're going to see what that page would look like. Okay, and if I like it, I can just go ahead and click add from here. Okay, then you want to close, go back here, and then let's say anything else that you want to click here, you can go ahead and add it very simply. So steps to marketing your home, attracting buyers, and it's up to you how big you want to make it and how small you want to make it. So the power of the brand I really like, letting them know we're globally known and that we're online and then we're in their corner. Can add all of those. Then you want to click back to go to classic listings, to ERA classic listing. And then you have optional pages, which in the optional pages is where you're going to find like the seller incentives, because our company has seller incentives. So you want to click on that. You want to show them that we have a text ERA lead generator, that we are on social media, that we're quick to answer leads, that we have a concierge program, that we have an ERA moves program. If you want to offer the ERA protection plan, you can add that. Any of these here, you can add that. And I would put the options. So these are your templates that you have already pre-created by ERA to make your presentation look a little bit more classy and spectacular. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to go back here. You can click on pages. And all the new pages that you added are going to be here towards the bottom. So at this point, you can go ahead and preview again your presentation, or you can continue. Now at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add another page, a custom page. So when you click on add page, you go to create new. And you're going to either upload a PDF that maybe you already have a PDF of something you want to upload. Let's say you have your resume already done, or you have pictures of your awards or anything that you want to put in there, you can go ahead and upload it, or you can create it by clicking build page. When you build a page, you're going to have all of these different layouts, okay? So if you pick this one, you're going to have a header and 2 different sections here. If you pick this one, you're going to have 4 different sections. So depending on what you pick, you can go ahead and whatever you want to put. For instance, if I wanted to add a YouTube video and a picture, I would want to do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just click this one and hit create. Okay, so then it's going to take you to the area where your template is at. So here, let's say I want to click text. I want to put a header. Okay, so I want to go ahead and put your neighbor. Okay, so I want to make this bigger. You want to click on format, and it's going to tell you how, select which one you want. So let's say I want extra large text. I want it in the middle. And then I want it to be, I want it in the middle, and I want the color to be red or purple. Let's say we do purple, whatever color you want. I don't like orange. Okay, let's go here, red. And then you want to make it bold. There you go, and there's your header. Okay, then you want to go down here, and you have the option to either add more text, you can add an image, video, or more. So let's say you want to add a video. Well, you can add anything from YouTube, Vimeo, and I don't know what this is, Dailymotion. So if you know any of these other websites, you can use them, but I would use YouTube. So I can go to YouTube. Okay. And let's say I want to search here and I want to put, I did this one yesterday. It was, let me see, let's just put West Kendall. And you can look for videos because sometimes there's videos that people create already and they can do like, for instance, driving Miami, West Kendall area. Okay, so let's just say it's this video or a video that you've already created that you have in your YouTube, right? So you're gonna click on the video and you're gonna see down here under share, okay? You want to click on copy, or you can also click on embedded, which will also give you a link. So I would do embedded because it opens within the actual, and you can click here, copy. Okay, so once you copy that, you're going to go back to MOXI Present. You're going to click it here. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. From here, you have to actually do the, you can't do the embedded. You have to do the other one. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, so share. Here, copy. Go back here. Video. Paste. Add. Now the video is going to be here within your presentation. Okay, and then
Excuse me,
here,
honey.
yes,
Baby and Tony has her hand raised.
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't want to just barge in. Question. So are we allowed to like share videos that the company posts on YouTube onto our website as well? Or do
Well,
we?
your website, well, yes, it is. You are allowed. The website automatically, usually when it's created, it already has like the featured properties, which is the listings of the
Right.
company. So yes, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And so then here you have this. So let's say you wanted to now add another, you could either add another video. When you click on more is where that embedded code that I was showing you guys, you would have to do that here. So the embedded code. So it's a little bit more work, but I'm just gonna go ahead for the sake of time, just upload another picture. And say if you have a picture of the street or of a school, you know, whatever you want to do, you can do it here. Okay, and that would be like your custom page that you just created. And then once you're done, you can go ahead and hit save. And now you're going to give it a name. So you're going to say, let's say West Kendall tour. Okay. And this is going to be in your, and this is going to be part of your pages. So you'll be able to add in yourself. Okay. So you want to save whatever page you do. So, I mean, it's a good idea to have like a page, you know, for the neighborhoods, you know, that you drive around or you find any videos on the schools, anything that you want to do, you can put here. Okay. So now once you've done that, you're going to click here. And that would be added to your page, to your presentation. So if you want to go ahead and move this to the very end, all you have to do is click on it and scroll down to where you want it to go. Let's say you want it to be right before the end. You put it where you want it. So pretty much now we've completed the presentation. Now we're going to go ahead and view it. And this is what the customer is going to see when you send them the email link. Pretty cool, right? Super professional. Not many listing agents are out there doing these kind of presentations. So, and you know, you can do this presentation and take it to your listing appointment. And if you have a tablet or you have your laptop, you can pull it up on your tablet and show it to the customer and, you know, just impress them. And you can also print it and put it in one of our beautiful folders that we have at the office and take it also a printed copy if you wanted to. And this has all the different powered slides that you wanted to go ahead and add here. Very professional. But I have some people here in the training room with me and they're just seeing it live here. Very professional. So And you see, it's really not that difficult if you just follow a few steps. You know, you just, the program does it for you. You can obviously do more research, you know, on a CMA, and like I said, pull more listings and stuff like that on your own. But the program, you know, it does the work for you. And I'll show you, get to the bottom. And this is, see, they'll be able to go ahead and play. They'll be able to play the video within the actual presentation. Okay. And then that's it. And that's your presentation. Any questions, thoughts? What do you guys think?
I like it. I actually just did it, right? Like the video, YouTube video, I actually just did it on my website.
You did, nice. Yeah, so I think it's a very, very great tool. I think it's probably one of the tools that you guys are all going to use the most, because I mean, it's so simple to go in here. And I'm going to show you now how to do the buyer tour, and you're going to be so impressed with the buyer tour. It's also, I think, a super cool tool. Now, when you're finished with this presentation, you can also, you can send it. Okay. So you click here, you can click share. Okay. Or you can send it via email within the program. Okay.
Okay.
I clicked on something too quick, I think. Oh, sorry guys, my little Zoom thingy gets in the way. Okay, so here you can send the presentation, okay? So the presentation, you can send it the way it is, which is web-based, and you can also include the PDF format. Now remember, I don't know for a fact, but I think that when you send the PDF format, if you make a change to it later, I don't quite know for sure if it updates the PDF, because it is a link, so it may update it, but if they print it, or if you print it, obviously that's not going to update, but you can send them both. So if you want to do that, you can, or you don't have to, you can just send them the link. And then you can go ahead and send it here to whoever you want. I'm going to send it to these, and if they're in your contacts, they'll pop up. Okay. And I'm going to ask Frank to open it on his email and show you guys by sharing his screen what it looks like. So and if you don't want a greeting, you can mark there. Trying to see here. You can leave down here. I don't know if you guys can see this portion. It says send copy to myself. So you can send it to yourself, and then you click send. And I don't know if most of you yesterday, I did send an email yesterday evening showing you a copy of the presentation, okay? So that you guys can see what it looks like. And that's what the email would look like. The email itself is very professional. You can just share the link if you want to, but the email is very professional when you send it to the customer and they receive it. And that is how you do a listing presentation. So now we want to go back home. And your presentations will be here, okay? So when you go into the system, all the ones that you have done are going to be here. So for instance, if you want to make a change to this, you find it, you click the little pencil, and it's going to open up your presentation again from the beginning, and you can go ahead and change it or add something. Let's say you wanted to add another property, you can, and the system is live, so it will update, like I said, okay? Anything you want to do, you can resend it. You can do anything that you want to from here. At any time, you can modify it. Okay, so then now we're going to go ahead and create a new one. And this time we're going to create a buyer tour. So this is, for instance, you're working with a buyer and you're going to go ahead and show him some properties that you've already made appointments for, let's say. You're going to go to to buyer tour. Click buyer tour, continue. You have your broker templates. Continue. Prepared for. I'm going to pick on Frank again. Try to sell Frank a house. And then click create. Here you go. So here you have an area where you can upload a new image. Okay, so let's say here what you would want to do, my suggestion, you can put anything you want here, but you can go ahead and upload, let's say, a picture of, you know, the neighborhood. Let's say you're showing them Brickell properties, you know, you can just Google, you know, an image of Brickell and you can put it there. So it's very simple to do that. You can just basically go to Google. And you can put Brickell skyline pictures. You can go to images. You may have a different way of doing this. Some people use Canva. You can go to images. And what I like to do is under tools, you want to go type. Sorry, usage rights. I'm sorry, usage rights. All, so that, or you can do commercial and other or Creative Commons license, just so that you don't get something that's copyrighted, let's say. And then just pick any picture that you want, you know, keep it simple. Make sure it doesn't have like any kind of, what do you call that? Le ponen el stamp, like copyright on it. So you can just right click and save the image on your desktop. And let's see if that works. Okay, and then you're gonna go back to MOXI Presents. And you're going to go here to browse. Pick Brickell. And there you have a picture of Brickell in the background. And you have your customer's name. And you want to go continue. Now here's where you could either put a location or you can put the MLS number. So if you already have your properties picked out for this customer, okay, that you already have the appointments, you know, done, you can do that here, or you can go ahead and you can put the location. So if you want to show him properties in Brickell, you can go ahead and put Brickell. And you can put a price range here. So let's say we're going to do, I don't know, 450 to 700. You can do bedrooms and baths. You can do minimum 2, no more than 3. 2, maximum 2, 5. So as you can see in your map, we went ahead and okay, so now we got to change this because obviously the price range is maybe a little bit too high, too low. Okay, I'm just doing this, like we say, on the fly. I'm gonna ponerle, I don't know, a lot more. And Brickell's expensive, huh? Está muy caro. Wow. Obviously, you're going to put whatever your customer is looking for, but I'm just putting whatever here so that you can see what it does. So it's going to show you what's in Brickell for that price range with whatever your customer wants to see. And it's going to show you what's pending and active and sold. So you obviously just want to show him the active one. So you can go ahead and click the plus sign. And you can select here what you want to show him. Okay. Oh, don't want to show them a pending one. And that's it. So there's only 4 active listings. Okay. So once you've selected the listings that you want, you're going to hit continue. And if you have any other listings, you can, again, the same way as you would have done for the listing presentation, you can always add. Okay, now here, this is the cool part. Okay, so these are the listings that you're going to show them. So you can go ahead and if you already have an appointment for this, you can click meeting time. You can say, well, I'm going to show him this property on Friday, and I'm going to show it at 3 p.m. right? Then I'm going to show this one Friday at 4 p.m. and so on. Okay, so same, I do this one 2:30 up. Probably doesn't give you enough time. Let's see how the program's kind of telling you, hey, you don't have time to go to that listing at that hour because you already have one scheduled at 3 o'clock. So I guess it doesn't let you do. I'm going to put here 5:30, and you can ignore that because as we all know, sometimes, you know, you can make appointments. I guess it does know the distance, so it might, you know, it's probably does make sense, but for the sake of this class, we're just going to leave it as is, okay? And then we're gonna, once you're done putting all your times in there, see, meeting time and tour order are incorrect because this will put it in an order for you. Okay, so as you can see here in the map, it's telling you to start here, go to this one, then go to this one, then go back to that one. You can change that order. Okay. Once you're done there, click continue. So here you go. Now you're looking at your presentation. You've set 4 listings and this has 9 pages. Okay. You want to look here at the listing location. And it's going to show you in the map which ones you're going to and what order. Your comparison. They're all active. And you can obviously show your customers some that are pending or sold so they can have an idea what is the price range in the area. And you can go ahead like we did before, look at all the different pages. Again, it's the same thing here. You can go ahead and click add pages, add from library, select ERA, ERA Classic. Then you're going to have the classic buyer pages. So here you have the classic buyer pages, 7 of them. And then here's what you can add. You want to look at what the page looks like. You can click on it. And this is like a preview of what you're adding. Okay. If you like it, you can go ahead and click add. Then you go back. Okay. Whatever you want to add, you can do it from here. Okay. And you can click back on pages here to see if they're up on the top. Now, sometimes it'll bring it up on the top. You can, again, remember, just click and you can just drag it to the bottom. Wherever you want to put those pages, you can put them there. I would click them and put them somewhere other than the beginning where you're, it's up to you really. Like if you want to do the presentation first and then the showings, that's up to you. So whatever order you want to do, you can drag and click, okay? Then you can preview it here or you can add more pages. So you can go preview, web, and here's your presentation for your buyer. Here's the map. Now, when they have the link, they can very easily click on the property that you're going to see. And while you're doing the showing, you can be with this property open in your tablet, let's say, or even in your phone, and you have the information about the property there with you. Okay, so I mean, you don't have to take all these MLS sheets with you to the presentation or to the buyer tour, you can have this on your tablet and you can, okay, we're gonna see listing number 1, and then you have all the information about the property at your fingertips. And you can see the pictures. This one only has 2 pictures, but if it has multiple pictures, you can, okay? Then you can go close it there. You can go to listing number 2. Okay, so we just arrived at listing number 2. Here's the specs for listing number 2. Now, by the time you go out with your customer, if listing number 2 has gone pending, guess what? Your link is going to say this property is pending. So you're going to know that it's pending or active with contract. You know, maybe you're seeing something that they're taking with backups, but you're going to have that information already to tell your customer, oh, it looks like they've accepted an offer on this. So it is live data. Oops, back to this thing. Me sigue saliendo esta cosita, ¿por qué? Okay, all right. So that's what you would do, and that's what the customer would do as well. And then they can continue looking at, you know, the property. They can click at any time on the property. You have the side by side. As you can see, all the information that they're getting. And there you go. So again, you can make it as fancy as you want or as simple as you want as well. And then you just can go back here and you can click send and send it to your customer, or you can click here, share. Okay. Email for review. Let's say if you wanted to email it to Eddie or James, or you want to email it to Eddie so that they can review it and tell you, oh, okay, you know, maybe you forgot to do this or you forgot to do that. You should add more comps or whatever it is, or show them more properties. You can email it to them for review, okay? And then of course, send here would be to send it to them by email or PDF. Now I'm going to go ahead and ask Frank. Frank, you're there?
I'm here, ready to share.
I'm ready to share. Let me go ahead.
I received the first one already, so,
Go ahead and share the first one.
all right.
I only sent you the one.
Are you already seeing me?
Not yet.
Okay. Hold on, I'll figure it out.
There's that little share, that little green share button on the bottom.
Yeah, it's just that I'm overpowered by the presentation. So I'll get it. I'm catching up. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to put you in suspense, so here we go.
Ta-da! No, not yet. Oh,
So I opened my email. That part's not so
there you
exciting, but there's the
go.
presentation.
Ta-da! Okay, so there you go. So this is what the email will look like when they get it. So we already know that you can click on view seller presentation and you can see the web version, but you can also see where it says I've added a print friendly version. If you click there, go ahead. See if we can see when you click, it will download the PDF. Okay, and that will put it into your downloads where you can go ahead and then print it. You can do it from here, or you can do it, you should probably do it from the actual program, but the customer can print it from there if you attach it, or if you click on that, select the PDF to be also sent with the presentation. So go ahead, Frank, I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but if you click on view seller presentation. No, just click on the link there,
I have, yeah.
and it's not going anywhere for you?
No, but I may be opening it and I can't see it.
Yeah, because of the, that's probably one of just the share feature, but it's okay. I just wanted them to see what the actual presentation looked like. So you can go ahead and stop share. Okay, perfect. All right, so now this is pretty much it for this presentation, for this training on how to use Present. So I would like to know what you guys think of the program. Do you find it useful? And if you have any questions for me, go ahead and please feel free to unmute yourself.
I do find it useful. Now, I was able to upload the one of the YouTube videos from First Service onto my my page. Well, on the edit portion of the present, but how do I see it? Am I supposed to see it on my website?
Okay, your website is one thing, and this is yeah, because whatever you do on your website is not that it's this is the presentation. So
Okay.
for you to have a video on your presentation would be like I showed you to go to the add page, and from there you can add videos. You can actually even add your website. Like for instance, I'll show you briefly here. If you wanted to add your website to your presentation, you can go to build page again. You want to select just this one here.
Okay.
Create. And then you want to go to your website. Actually, you don't really need to go to your website if you know your website address, but when you go here, you want to go to more, okay? And then you click on the little world right here. Okay, and then you're going to put your URL here. Okay. I was playing with this yesterday because I know I did it, but okay, and then here you can probably, I don't know, I'm going to put 100. This is like the width and height that you want it to be.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me see, it's not really that big. But when you do that and you click save, it'll show like your website within there.
So will they be able to click on the website from there?
They'll be able to scroll around in the website. I mean, I would put, I mean, I don't know if you necessarily want to use that. Again, remember, I'm unfortunately, I'm also learning it along with you guys. So I did play with this yesterday. But you see, it's like very small, and they're able to, go into it. But see, this one came out really small. So you have to, I don't know exactly what the size would be. So you could delete it and, play with it. But it's definitely here. You go here and you put in your website. But I don't know what the size is quite yet. So that's something that you would have to play with.
Definitely.
Yeah, because it doesn't tell you what the size should be. And I don't know what size to put it here. I'm going to put like 5,000 and see what it does. So hopefully in one of the trainings, they'll show us how to do that, but I think I made it pretty big now. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with it.
Yeah, you just have to play around with it so that you can see. But once you put it in there, like any website, they should be able to go in and then see your actual, see your site and scroll and all that kind of stuff. But again, this is something, that's a little bit more newer, so I don't see it popping up yet. I might have made it too big, so. But you
Okay.
can play with it. You can definitely play with it, until you get that right fit. Okay, any other questions?
Hey, Honey, I was able to open it and it's really impressive. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna look nice on paper if you need to print it, but
Yeah,
it's really nice live and up to date. And I clicked on 2 properties. It went right to the properties. Pretty cool.
perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, the PDF, I can definitely show you, I can show you what the PDF looks like. And the PDF is the right size for our presentation folders too. And we have right now we only have it in corporate, but we have the binding machine here that we can print and then bind it. So I don't know if you can see it, but here's, and that's another thing. You see how blurry the picture is? You want to play with your picture, make sure that you have a good quality picture, because otherwise it is going to come out blurry. And if you find that the picture is no good, you can always change it. There's nothing that you can't change. It's still loading. So we want to tell Eddie to get me a faster laptop, right? Yeah, it seems to be taking a while to load. So I don't know if it's the laptop or what. But what you would see here, if it was already loaded, would be let me hit download and see if that'll help. It would be the same presentation, but it's going to be like in a vertical PDF format so that you can actually print it. All right, guys. So it doesn't seem to want to cooperate for me right now. I'm going to stop the share. But that's basically what you would do. You would download it and you should be able to see your presentation to print it. Any other questions? Yes. Patricia says, practice, practice, practice. So again, practice, go in there and create, put your own property, your friend's property, and just play with the different presentations. Remember, you're not sending it to anybody. So until it's done and you send it, you can play with it as much as you want. Send it to yourself so you can see what it looks like, so that you can tweak it to your own liking. I really encourage you guys to do that, because this is a great tool for you to really make you outshine any of that competition out there when they go to listing presentations or working with buyers. Not everybody has this tool. We're one of the few, I think the only 2 companies here in Miami that have this tool, this MOXI tool. So please take advantage of it. Make sure you use it, and stay up to date with the trainings. We will have more trainings on how to use the different parts of the product. We'll have training on how to use Impress, which is how to do your flyers, your postcards, your mail outs. So make sure that you join us for our next class. And next Thursday, we're going to have our MOXI happy hour, which you're all invited to. We're going to have a class from 3 to 5, and then we're going to have a happy hour from 5 to 7 here at corporate. So because we want to celebrate, and hopefully from here to then, you guys will have some success stories on using the product, and you let us know, share with us what parts you like and what parts you want more training on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a raffle, and we'll have some happy hour snacks and drinks. So we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Okay, if there is no more questions, I will go ahead and leave you now. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank you. You too.